Hey everyone, and welcome back to Construction Simulator in Europe. We are outside of the house we made last time doing contracts, and we're going to do more of that today. So without further ado, let's jump in the menu and see what contract we can find. We want something around the $300,000 to $400,000 range. We have a cool wind turbine thing, a lot of craning. I don't know if I feel like craning today. We did a lot of that last time with the house. Asphalting, that's quite big, a little bit too expensive. That's kind of cool though, it is interesting. Big houses, more asphalting. So I think the only one that's up for grab is maybe this agricultural construction one. Let's have a look at that. It is on high, so it's a little bit high price, but it is fun to do a whole lot of gravel stuff. So what we got? So we've got some dozing, gravel delivery, which is pretty easy, compaction, so we'll make a big flat thing. And then some interesting planting pits. That's 29 grand, so it shouldn't take too long. It's probably the little excavator thing. And then some backfilling. So, oh, cool. We might even be doing some grading. Yeah, that looks quite cool. So let's do that one. And we'll go back and we need to track it. And let's have a look on the map where it is. Looking for... Here it is. Is this it? Nope, that's the stadium. This is the airport. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is, over here. So let's fast travel to there. Have a look-see, see what it looks like. This might be a little bit repetitive. Remove toss off. Okay, it's interesting that it's next to those. So... Cool, so I'm wondering how deep the removal is. I think it did suggest a dozer, right? As this step? Yeah, topsoil, yeah, dozer. So, yeah, suggesting dozer. So let's go to our vehicle fleet and get out our big cat. And I'm actually going to take out the... what brand is it? I can't remember. Let's get the Libra as well. Just for the fun of it. And what I'm looking for, I think it's this one. I want one where the blade can go left and right so we can push it, because the problem you get with these ones, let's do the Libra. I don't think I've used the Libra much. I definitely had the Cat originally, and then when some DLC came out or something, actually, let's have a look. Look at this. Yeah, when some DLC came out, I bought the new Libra stuff. You know what? That Libra actually may have a bigger blade than the Cat. It's pretty close. Yeah, they both look pretty good. That's awesome. Yeah, this third one's a little bit smaller, but it does have the benefit. You can see the hydraulics at the back there. It lets you turn the blade left and right, and it makes it easier to clean stuff. Where these ones, they only go forward, and it just spills out the left and the right. Let's jump in the Libra. I'm going to do it this way because I can't be able to squeezing in there. We'll do some fast travel action. There's no way I'm driving that across the map. Got to remember where we are. Y. And let's get into the ground. Hopefully, this is not going to be one of those ones where you regret your decisions. I'm not seeing a yellow bar anywhere. So before you begin, what I might do is hold down Y on the Xbox controller. Oh, it's over there. See, this is why it's important to check. Yeah, I thought it... Ooh, camera angle. I thought it was a bit sus that there was no yellow bar over here. Actually, no, don't go do that now. I'm not here. This might be one of the levels where you can go ballistic and just do whatever you want. We probably could steal a lot of this dirt. There's a couple of contracts and campaign levels where you definitely can not do what's expected and go quite deep. And so whenever you see people on the internet particularly show these pits that are like down to the middle of the earth, it's because there's that. Let's just start here. Put the blade down. Let's see what we are up against. Oh, this is quite shallow. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard. And we can just go up against that. Oh, this is quite easy actually. It's just a matter of feathering it along the edge. I assume there's going to be some pretty... let me get the angle right here. So, whoops, that's terrible. I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of leeway here. We don't have to be absolutely perfect. Alright, yeah, lift that blade up. We'll do a U-B. Yeah, I like this lever. I don't know I've used it much. Well, I don't remember using it. I remember using the cat a fair bit, but I don't remember using this guy. I am in the process of trying to get the $25 million in the bank achievement. So I am only going to be using the equipment that we own. I could have rented it, of course, but that's no fun. And you know what? That's actually come out quite good. My muscle memory is kicking in, which I'm quite happy about. Remembering how to lower the blade and stuff. Just get the camera angle right. There we go. And there. And we're up to 45%. Okay. This has got some good speed to it. Yeah, this honks along. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm quite happy with my muscle memory kicking in too about how to control the blade. So with a track-based vehicle on the Xbox controller, you've got triggers, which is those big long ones at the bottom in front of your index fingers. So those are forward, and each of them, the left and the right, represent the tracks. And so if I only, for example, hold down the right hand one, it's only the right track moving. You can see over here that this other track is not really moving. And then if I hold down the button above it, and it's called left button and right button, then it goes backwards. And so you can actually, like, if I want, let me lift the blade up for a sec. I can go like forward on the right and backwards on the left, and then you can pivot in space, right? So it's kind of different to driving a car, and so you kind of have to, you know, think differently. And it's definitely one of those ones where it's not really intuitive when you first start doing it. But yeah, after a little while, your muscle memory kind of kicks in. You don't think about it. You just go, hey, I want to turn left, and your brain adjusts for you. So yeah, it's kind of a fun thing. It does get a bit tiresome though. I'm not a fan of tracks when it comes to asphalting machine. I find it a little bit unwieldy and annoying, mainly because the tracks hit up against the so I was got distracted then thinking about why don't I have 100%. Yeah, the tracks hit the edge of the asphalt and make it kind of annoying. I am going to get a wheel loader out. Looks like we don't have any. Everything's in the company. I'm not going for the achievements anymore for you know, repairing or refueling stuff, because I've got all that maxed out. So I dump everything into the garage so it trickle fixes itself. So you get this free fixing rate, and I also have that maxed out. So I think normally it starts at like 1% type range, you know, per day, and I think I've got the skill points to give me like 3% per day. So my thought process here is, rather than trying to fight, I'm trying to drive this with tracks, rather than trying to fight pushing the dirt correctly, I'm just going to scoop up the last bit. And then I'll just dump the residual... camera angle. I'll just dump it off the side. Up. Get it over that point so that that pivot thing works. And let's get down. There we go. How's that percentage going? 85% now. Can we get the row before the scoop fills up? Ooh, really close, really close. Nearly. Now, I could be trying to save this dirt and putting it into a truck and selling it, but I don't think I can be bothered today. So we've got, what, 22.7 million. So I think, what's that? So that's $2.3 million to get to 25 mil. I think most contracts are going to get us around the 300,000 to 400,000 range. So yeah, still have about 7 contracts to do to get to that goal. I might try to do some asphalting ones. The asphalting ones, I think, pay out the most, the fastest. 92%. Alright, where are we going to find some percentage points? It's actually, I'm going to use the construction overlay. Okay, there's a bit there. Okay, just around here. And then we should be able to get there. Yeah, you can try to use the dozer for this and just push it off. I am fighting with camera angles today. You can try to use the dozer to just push it off the side. I would use that other lever, the one that has the twisting head. Come on, come on, come on. 98. One more go at it and we should be good. Alright, where else do we want to go? Let's have a look at the overlay. Alright, we should be able to get some here. Come on, 99. Let's go for the obvious big red areas. And come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Done. Oh, I'm underneath the thing. Okay. Clear the marked area. I am trying to. Deliver and spread gravel. I am just going to dump this here because I'm assuming it shouldn't matter. Alright, so what do we have in our world? Do we have... We do... we don't have any trucks out. Actually, you know what? Since we don't have that much out, so... look, I probably don't need you anymore, so you can get stored. You can get stored. You can get stored. This guy can get stored, but we're using... Because we can't do that because we're in it. Try it again. All the concrete ones I tend to leave out because they've got material in them. The cat I know is on that home site from last time. Alright. Let's get out a truck. Vehicle fleet. Do I want... I think I might sort it by type here. Do I want... Yeah, I think this one might be good. It's got a bit of capacity. Should be pretty maneuverable. I'm not quite sure how much gravel we have to deliver. Probably a fair few loads. I mean, that's a pretty big space. So I'm guessing maybe 4, maybe. So let's... no, wrong one. I said this last time. I keep on using Farming Simulator controls. And X and Y are back to front. So I think I might start over here. And we'll go around right to left. And what I am going to do... Oh, I was going to say what I'm going to do is change the light level, but I think it's okay for now. I think we can see what we're doing. Alright, so let's line this up and start tipping very carefully. Tip, tip, tip. Micro amounts. It's not too bad. I think I'm going a little bit fast. Oh, I should have kept that one of those dozers around to spread this out. Yeah, I think I might do that actually. We'll finish this stripe. Sometimes if you drive over it, it spreads it out too. You also can get yourself beached, so... Alright, let's put that there for now. And we'll get out... What do we want? I think what that lever that has the blade that goes left and right is what I want. So levers, this guy, we'll get that out. And we'll need a roller very soon. So that's asphalt, soil compactor. So let's go to the Bomag. We used that last time. It was pretty good. So let's get this guy. It was in the shop for all of 2 minutes. And we'll fast travel that over. And see if we can spread this out a little bit. Sometimes it's based on coverage. Sometimes it's based on just the amount of pure material in the space. So if this number goes up, it tells us it's a coverage one and we can do a micro amount. If we were doing this in multiplayer, we actually could start the soil compacting. A lot of the times it lets you do that. Especially when you're doing asphalt, it lets you do that. Look at those shadows getting very, very long late in the day. Alright, so we don't want to put the blade too far down. So I'm going to go down as far as it goes and then up a bit. And then I'm going to turn it to the right. And... yeah. So if we can get that just about right. How's it going? Am I too shallow? Yeah, I think I'm too shallow. I think I need to go down a micro a bit more. $23. Yeah, this is going up nicely. So it seems that some of it may have been evaporated. Maybe not. Camera angle, stop doing that. A bit lower, a bit lower. And done. Alright. Well, that was 26%. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. We might as well prepare it for the next run. Yeah, I suppose we're going to put another load on that road. It was kind of, yeah, kind of narrow. So change time. Go for noon. Have a bit of a drink. Rehydrate. And enter. Oh, I keep on trying to use track-based commands. Alright. Let's fill this guy up again. Another $30,000. I mean, when you're making 400 grand, a bit less, bit less. There we go. When you're making 400 grand, you know, you fill this up a couple times and then that's a fair bit of your profit's gone. We're probably going to lose 120, 30, 40,000 here in gravel cost. I don't think it gives you the money back. I think it's part of the contract cost. Alright, let's get around this corner. And we'll go relatively through the middle here. Now, while we're doing this, let's finish it off. And we'll go another load. Yeah, it's kind of weird coming out in clumps. Not sure what to do about that. Around the corner. I have to stop. Alright. This is coming out okay. It's not my best work, but we're getting there. Have to get a thumbnail soon. Interesting. I'm not even sure what we're doing. I assume it's some type of driveway, patio thing. Yeah. See, where are we? Yeah, okay. We should be able to push this around, smooth it out. Okay, that should work. That should work. And enter. And let's push, yeah, just push it to the middle so I don't lose too much. $77, $78, okay. Alright, this thumbnail time. So this is where the thumbnail comes from. Look at me, get rid of the Y, and let's stand on top of the pile. How's that look for a thumbnail? I like it. Yeah, that's cool. So, behind the scenes. So I think I might push this one left and right. Actually, a little bit more to the left. And I think that blade needs to go down a little bit. Or a bit more to the left, bit more to the left. $84, $85, $90. $95. Yeah, we're not actually covering it that much. Hopefully we can do this without another load of gravel. That will save us a fair bit of money. There's a couple of little hills that we can leverage. 95. Oh, I don't have high hopes. Come on, 99, come on. Yeah, I think it's more of a coverage thing. $99, 100, yes. In the zone, nice. And let's jump into our, where is it? Soil compactor. This is going quite smoothly for 400 grand. This is going quite fast. We must be nearly, well, we are 20 something minutes in. So yeah, and we still have that planting to do. We have to bring the excavator over for that and make some little holes. And then there probably will be a delivery. We actually have to probably bring over those tree saplings that it's talking about. This is flying along. I am pretty sure you can dig all this dirt. I think it's within scope. You could actually use this, yeah, to make some money. We actually might play with that. Before the job's complete, I might actually do a separate, hey, let's cheese it a little bit session. And we need to put the wheel on the grey or on the gravel, otherwise it won't let you activate it. Turn compacting on. And you look in the bottom right corner, there's a little yellow icon now when it's on. I think I'm going to do the whole U rather than just this one part. I'm just gonna run around the corner and just keep the speed up. Yeah, this is going quite well. 20% already. Wow, that was fast. around the corner. I got the feeling that those corners are going to matter, so I probably should have gone square into that corner. You know, that truck, annoying, go away. Store. And then let's see how good my backing is. Alright. Oh, the controls are back to front, remember that. I don't know whether they would do this back to front in real life. I think they predominantly try to go forwards. I don't know. $53% already, that's right. Can't complain about that. Nice, this is going really well. A ballet of machinery. Yeah, it's good to be back playing some Construction Simulator. I hadn't played it for 3 months. Actually, I think I looked it up. I think it was in October the last time I had played Construction Simulator before recording the last episodes, which was last week when it was recorded. So yeah, a bit of a dry spell, about nearly 5 months. Definitely too long between gameplays. The problem is, these days, there's so many good games. There's just not enough time. I mean, if I think if I did it full time, like if if I didn't have a job and just did gameplay, I think you could easily fill a 40-hour week with the games that are out and, you know, trying to get through the games that are fun and trying to get through their campaigns. I think it would be close to a full-time job. I'm kind of jealous of the YouTubers who are kind of able to do that. But there is a difference between being a YouTuber and being able to do a campaign. Like, there's no real market for people to watch a YouTuber do, you know, every single contract and all that stuff every single day of the week. So, yeah, that generation or that era of YouTube is over. 99. Oh, I wasn't watching the numbers then. Let's try. Oh, there's a big swathe, patch. There's a big patch up here in this corner. That should be enough to make it pop. Yep, there it is. And you know what? I can pretty well guarantee that I don't need that. And I'm pretty sure I don't need the dozer. If I do, I can always get it out. All right, so we need to make some little holes, excavate some panning pits. I don't think the excavator's in the shop. It's going to be a bit of a standard story. I'm going to use my big cats because I love them. They're way too big. Could definitely use a lever or something like that, but no. Well, actually, yeah, look at that screenshot with the Atlas. That's a new brand that has come out that we don't have. Yeah, trying to get this $25 million achievement is just so limiting in that you can't buy new stuff. There's so many new things I want to buy just to have fun with. Am I hitting a... Okay, I hit a tree. Blistering along at 4 kilometers per hour. What's that, like 2.5 miles per hour? Ooh, got into high gear. If you let go of the tracks a micro amount, you can keep the speed up. But as soon as you like really let it go, it goes down slow again. So you can let go of the trigger by like 10%, 20%, but any more than that, it doesn't like it. I'm going to start at the end and then drive backwards over these so we don't have to navigate the tracks anywhere near the massive holes that are going to happen. This is probably one of those other examples where you could probably dig the entire dirt pile Did it evaporate? No, yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I have interest. Yeah, you can. Well, it's only surface level, so you're not going to get that much. Mistaken camera angle change. We should be able to get this. Actually, in a shared scoop, we can get this one, and then we can probably use the same scoop without unloading. And done. Excavate pit. Okay. Let's do that again. I don't know if I do or don't like this camera angle. As I did that, why are you focusing the camera angle different? And 2 more to go. I wonder how many hours I've done excavation, because we've got on the series, well, obviously there's all the campaigns, and there's been about 3-4 campaign jobs where you had to dig a pit that took 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So I've probably done 20 or 30 hours of excavation. Alright, my plan is, I can reach that, right? Yeah, my plan is to drive a truck over here, and then we'll unload it with the excavator, and then just pivot around and dump those trees into the hole. I'm going to have a quick look at the job. How far into this are we? So, yeah, we'll finish off this delivery, and then next episode we'll dive into the earthworks, and yeah, that's probably out in that bigger area, I'm guessing. All right, so let's find, well, first things first, we're gonna need a truck. Let's go, we'll use the one they suggested in the picture, which was something like this. Yeah, this will do. So we'll take that out, and to that, go to a shop. I think plants just come from the normal shop. This one, you know what? Let's drive there. Let's drive there. And so I think it's, I'm just looking at the mini map here. This way. This way. Down the hill. I'm going to hit a car here. No, I'm not. Oh, power slide. Nice. And I forget how to get into the plant. Yes, over here. Is there a gate on the side here? I think there is. Bit of Fast and the Furious driving here. And then we just need to park it somewhere around here. And jump out. And let's get some... Come on. Some materials. Alright, so filter to job number 3. There we go. 1, 2. And auto load, please. Last episode, we ended up with an extra vapor barrier, something. And I couldn't understand why, and I worked it out. I saw it in the edit. In the edit, I bought 2 of them. It was simple as that. So in the first episode, I bought 2. We put it onto the reschedule, and that's why there was a spare one. And so in episode 2, which was taped later, I had forgotten I had made that mistake, or why I could have made that mistake, and that's what it was. So I think I got a feeling that thing's still sitting out on the ground there somewhere. So we'll end up with a vapor barrier sitting out there forevermore. I'll have to, at some point, care about fixing that situation. Get my distance right. Yeah, this is working well. The excavator, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Come on. I need to go closer. Is my favorite vehicle, without a doubt. It's so much fun. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hopefully we can get close enough. We can. Nice. And you know what? This might be a better thumbnail. Should we play for thumbnail logic? What I'm going to try to do is jump. Come on. Can I jump up here? Okay, I can do this though. If I open the boards. Come on, let me jump. I don't think I can do it. Let's try. Yeah, see, with thumbnails, you got to have some light in your face. Yeah, you also so all that UI stuff, it gets in the way of the thumbnail. So what you need to do is actually kind of come away from. Yeah, a bit of thumbnail 101 here. You want to have some light. So for starters, this is not working out with the sun the way it is. Let's do morning, see how it looks. And then you need to be able to cut the thumbnail out in a way that allows you to get a nice clean shot without all of the UI stuff being in the way. So the top right corner and stuff like that. So it's a very artistic thing. So that's a bit red. So I'm going to move time forward. So it's staggering how much you have to manipulate the world to get that color right. So that color balance is good, but that unfortunately that thing's in the way. So let's do it again. And hopefully we'll get to the point where we've got a nice hologram, which just brings interest. You go, ooh, what's that? And then you can see how we've got a nice clean look. There's no UI, so basically about the middle third of the screen is going to be the thumbnail, and then there's plenty of frames in there where the blade hasn't caused problems. So yeah, that is like a fair bit of what it takes to get a good thumbnail. It's not something that just happens automatically. You actually do have to put some effort into it. So yeah, a little bit behind the scenes for you. A lot of YouTubers, I don't tend to do it, but a lot of YouTubers have the development modes turned on so that they can like fly around and stuff. And that definitely is another way of approaching it, because you can get definitely camera angles that are a lot more photographic, more photographic, that's what I'm looking for. So, and then they also changed the field of view, so how wide, it's like whether you're looking through a telephoto lens or not. Come on. Alright, that curl that way, curl inwards. There we go. Just did that perfectly. And there we go. Alright, so fill area with topsoil. Well, that shouldn't take too long. What are we at? Is that all there is to this? Where's the job? And then ripping. Let's just make this a longer episode. Because I don't think... Yeah. We'll just make this a longer episode, I think. It'll probably be... I'm pretty sure I can get this done in under 20 minutes. We'll make this episode about an hour long. Because it's already kind of long now at 40. So... Yeah, I don't think it's worth cutting it into 2 episodes. Yeah, I was going to play around with... Yeah, I'm going to actually do it now. Is this shallow? So this is really deep. You can definitely fool around. Yeah, I wonder how deep this is, out of interest. Because this is out of the area of yellow, nobody cares. So how deep? Where is bedrock? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of the levels where if you wanted to play with the concept of just digging holes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could do it this one. Yeah, you could definitely over dig. I'm trying to actually. Yeah, you know what? I think in bedrock's a long way down. You could definitely use this level to have some fun. I wonder if it would be faster to doze at this end. Yeah, actually maybe. I like using excavator. Excavator is fun. This is about 20 or 30 scoops max. The dozer may make it easier to flatten it out and get some of the hills and peaks all evened out. Like I'm gonna have a hard time driving over this. Oh no, I'm alright. A wheel loader might do a good job too. Yeah, just pick up the thing and unload it. The wheel loader really does get bogged down though, so yeah. This cat is got such a big bucket. You are achieving a lot every time you scoop. Yeah, interesting little project. There was a campaign, I want to say. I think it was the one to do with the hotel that was near the bridge in Europe, where there was quite a big pit, and then a whole lot of sewage lines got added. All these pipes got put down there, and then you had to fill in the hole, and there was just dirt pile after dirt pile everywhere. Oh, don't do that. What are we doing here? Make your mind up. There it goes. Yeah, very, very similar to this, where the whole point was just to get a whole lot of dirt and get it in the hole. You had to get it a fair way into the hole, and the thing is, it was so far that the hole was quite deep, and it was very dangerous. So like, you couldn't really use a dozer because it would like fall off a cliff when you did it, and it was hard to use a wheel loader because you couldn't reach far enough into the world to get over the pipe. And it looked like the logic was how much of the pipe is covered rather than like a big depth of a hole. We're nearly done, halfway there nearly. Nice big scoops. Yeah, the wheels will kind of even out the pile too. Yeah, I am tempted to get a dozer out here to clean it up from a nice flat point of view. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. Come on, let me move, let me move, let me move. Yeah, I think I might get a dozer out to finish this off, because basically the dirt is in the pile, it's just not flat enough. I assume we look at the construction thing, yeah, it's just going to want up and downs, yeah. Whoops. So let's turn a bit. And I think it wanted... let's hold down this thing. Okay, actually where I'm standing is where a lot of it needs to go. So let's... Oh, come on, don't be upset with me. I'm going to drive a little bit forward and then start dumping where my actual bucket is. Yeah, alright. So I think I might get this off the site. And we'll try a dozer for a little bit. I think that might work a little bit better and faster. But that definitely did get the bulk of it done. And we have this massive pile here if we need it. Alright, let's get back to the vehicle fleet. And let's... Yeah, you know, I'm going to start with a dozer. Let's do that lever, because that was fun to use. And we'll bring that across to the site. Loading, loading, loading. You know, I said this, I think, in another episode. The load speed in this game is really good. It's quite snappy. Right. Oh, that hill's... There's a fair bit of dirt to push around. That hill is quite big there on the far end. Actually, yeah, it is a bit low. You can see how it's a couple of feet lower than it should be. So I think the trick is just always push towards the middle, I'm guessing. Don't bog down too much. Yeah, so I'm worried that this is actually going to be evaporating the dirt rather than moving it. Let's have a look at that blade. Yeah. Well, it's nice and flat. I'll give it that. Turn it right. Yeah, I'm worried that it's evaporating the dirt a little bit rather than actually just moving it around. No, don't go that deep. Yeah, I'm not convinced that actually... that I'm actually not losing dirt here. Oh, maybe. Maybe it's okay. Maybe this will take longer than I thought. So let's do the high level first. Whoa, no, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe a wheel loader? Wrong way, wrong way. Go back this way. Now we are quite high still. I think we do have a little bit of dirt we could push forward a bit more. Push, 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 push. Oh, the percentages are going down. So it went from 62 down to 60, then it went back up to 66. Which does make me wonder whether it's being evaporated. See, I don't think I'm going to achieve anything by pushing that pile. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I think it's a later stage thing. Let's jump into the excavator and use it, because this definitely, since we're here, let's get a scoop of this dirt, which I think is why it's here, to give you extra if you need it. I wonder if there's a deliberate distance thing here where if you put yourself in the middle, you probably can scoop from the pile and then dump it. Yeah, a bit repetitive, but I think that may work. Out of interest. Oops, come on. We're back to front, back to front. Yeah, so we're at 70%. This is doable. You know, I'm pretty sure we can just cheese it and steal it from here. I don't think it cares. Now you're going to be yelling, oh, do it the right way. Get it from a dirt pile. I'll say this over and over again. Play the game the way you like it. I'm having fun here. I'm playing with my Tonka toys. That's all that matters. And come forward a bit more, please. Yeah, I reckon this level could be used for a lot of dirt fun. Just, I think you could just dig it to your heart's content, and it's probably $1 million worth of dirt on this level. If you dug out the dirt and just sold it, I reckon you could make some pretty good money on this level. Where are we at? 78%. I think we need a bit more here. Before we know it. Alright, so let's have a look at the graph. So I think it's more complaining about the hills rather than the troughs. I think I might just put one over here on the right hand side, and then we'll just grab that dozer and run over the whole thing, kind of flatten it out, and I think this will pop and say, hey, we're good, buddy. Yeah, so right there. So let's move back a little bit. Whoops. Okay, we're not the way I thought we were. That's backwards. Okay. Dozer, where are you? Come rescue us. Yeah, that worked. I think I might come over to this side and push kind of like along the edge. Yeah, we actually might be a little bit high here. It's too much dirt. Filled it up too much. 86, 89. Oh, this is a fun level. Props. Construction Seminar guys, you did a good job. This is a fun level. Don't fall in the hole. Don't fall in the hole. Yeah, we actually have too much dirt here, I think. Yeah, I can barely even tell there was a hole there in the first place. Let's have a look at the thing. Okay. So we need right there in the middle. Let's see if we can do a U-turn. So right here, it's too shallow, and around it's too big. So if we just do that. Yeah, this is fun. I like this one. Four. Yeah, it's definitely one where you have to look at the construction manual a lot to work out what's what. Alright, so over here is a little bit high. I actually might leave that construction mode on for a sec. I left that excavator in a bad spot. So... Alright, so I'm gonna just turn this around. So yeah, I'm gonna push the blade. Oh, this isn't a sideways blade. Okay, this is a straight one. Yeah, the other lever with the rotating blade might be a little bit better here. 98, 99, come on! 100. And get off the site, buddy. We'll go this way. And then the ripping, we'll use, this does have a rip on it, but we'll use a grader for that. You know what, I'm just gonna, you know what? Store. Ah, gotta get out of it first. Store. There it goes. And company, vehicle fleet, grader. Where's my grader? Grader, there it is. This guy, motor grader. Take out. Enter. And we're gonna finish this thing off. That wasn't too bad. So it was like 15 minutes of dozer, excavation, call action, and this guy is super fast. It runs along at huge speeds. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get this done really quickly. Rip area. Where is the rip area? Is it the whole thing? And so X, lower the ripper. And this, you just absolutely, I'm going to keep the blade up high here. And you just fly around. It's so fast. It's at 20 kilometers per hour. So this will take no time at all. I'm not quite sure what this is meant to represent sometimes. Can I even see where I've been? Not really. Yeah, as the circles get tighter and tighter, the corners are going to be harder to deal with. Oh, I can see the tire tracks kind of. Okay. So I'm actually going to go along this edge because I kind of missed it on the first one. And then, yeah, let's start going maybe up and down a bit more. Unlike a farming simulator, it's really hard to like lift and lower machinery really quickly. This in farming sim, you can just toggle it up and down, which is FB on the Xbox controller. But in here, because the menu, I think it means you have to stop. Let's try it. I say, oh yeah, it stops you moving. See, so the trigger no longer works. Yeah, so there's a couple of fit and finish, usability things that both can learn from. I mean, the Construction Simulator's way that it does excavator articulation is, without a doubt, the best. There's nothing better than that. But then there's some other things like cruise control and AI and all that stuff that Farming Sim has that, gives it the edge in those things. I'm trying to pay really attention to the textures here because I can barely make out where I've been. It's alright when you're parallel to it, like right now, but they're a bit hard to see when you're not 90 degrees to it, or when you are 90 degrees to it. 60%. This thing is nearly going to get done. Are we going to do it in under 5 minutes? Oh, we're at 4. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, this episode should be about an hour 5. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll say it now before I forget. Don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff, so you can see more Construction Simulator action. I'm currently doing at least one Construction Simulator per week. One contract, I should say. So it may turn into 1 or 2 episodes, and then the episodes will get put out. I usually put episodes out 2 days apart. That way people get a little bit of breather between episodes. And over on the Donut Transport Fever channel, I am doing daily. I've got a bit of a backlog. And on that one, the Transport Fever one, the Great Western Railroad, that is 7 days a week. So there's those 7, 1 or 2 construction sims. So that brings us up to 8 or 9, and then 1 or 2 farming sims. Currently doing 1 at the moment with the way things have been panning out every Thursday. So yeah, making 7 plus 1 plus 1, a minimum 9 per week, with sometimes up to 11 videos per week, which is a lot. And it's only doable because I have a huge backlog. I did 3 months of recording of Transport Fever, and then didn't release any videos on that channel for 3 months. So that's why it's possible. But yeah, if I was trying to bring out 11 per week, I'd need to have it as my full-time job. 90%. Wishful thinking there. And we should be able to do this before sunset. I wonder if this thing records ripping if you do it in reverse. Not sure. I think there's a little patch here in the middle. We may need to go around the edges. Yeah, right up against the edge. I know that top right corner from here, there is a corner that we haven't done. 99, come on. Make it so I don't have to go around the edge. There it goes. Nice. And you can go away. Oh, I'm in it. I always forget to get out first. And you can go too. There we go. Speak with the foreman. Look at that. We did some ripping. I assume that was for a new field. I'm guessing. And we are done. Oh, we'll do this at sunset. Agricultural construction job completed. Yeah, okay, yeah, we made a cornfield. There we go. And a nice little gravel driveway around the sheds. Awesome. Wow. That will bring us to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. As I said, don't forget to subscribe to see more construction sim and farming sim action. And go check out the Donut Transport Fever channel if you're interested in Transport Fever 2. And particularly interested in the Great Western Railroad. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.